And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the CommJumity League Group Stage Day number 1. We're here in Group A, and we're jumping into our elimination match. We're jumping in mid-series. Game 1 did take place as we were covering Euthermal versus Geralt, and I believe we're jumping into this with our Zerg player having a 1-0 score. But we're getting into Game 2, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ghost River, we have our Italian Terran player, the Red Terran, representing himself, currently teamless. It is BabyMarine. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, getting proxy 2-raxed, we have the Swedish Zerg player, the Yellow Zerg, representing Team Brody. It is Fjant. And if you're in the chats, predictions are open for as long as the game will last. As we do have the Raxes on the way. Predictions are open for the series. I know we're jumping in mid-series, but if this goes unscattered, this can still work out, as we have not sent out 2 SCVs. That is a 3rd SCV as well. We're going for the all-in. We're going for an all-in. It's going to be a proxy 3-rax here from BabyMarine. No gases, mass marine with bunkers. It's all or nothing from our Red Terran. We're putting it all on the line, papi. It's beautiful. What? Este ForJumy. Here we go. We missed out on the amazing 20-minute game, but we can embrace the chaos here on Ghost River. Aye. The Raxes are getting up and running. Meanwhile, Fjant did go for a hatch gas pull, standard opener out of our Yellow Zerg player, and we have not scattered. We have not seen much of anything. The Overlords have not quite seen the proxy yet. Ooh, this second Overlord is out on the map. So usually this second Overlord will be sent out to scout close by and then come back to the natural. And because it comes back, we're able to get eyes on the bunkers. But last, this Overlord is so far out, which means this is going to be a late scout. I say that, we at least confirmed there's no Raxes. Okay, we're okay. We confirmed that there's no Raxes across the map. We are aware of what's going on. Spine Crawler on the way in the main, and the bunkers have been thrown down. We're going to shut down the natural. 2 bunkers in production. Lings, a threat in the SCVs, are going to be forced back. And Marines are pushing forward. Yeah, Marines, a lay siege upon that natural. Second Spine Crawler on the way. 10 Lings as well. And can Fjant force this back? He tries to focus down the SCVs, alas, he cannot. Yeah, only 2 SCVs revealed. Yeah, bunkers are finishing. We do manage to focus down 1 worker, but the other does survive. The other does live. Yeah, it's a bunker. It's within range of the hatchery. Spine Crawler's trying to reposition. Queen's moving forward. We do almost have a transfuse. And we try to focus on the Queen's Lings. They go for the dive. They focus on 1. They focus on the second SCV, but we lose 2 Queens in the process. Big losses. Lings go down. We mule to repair. Oh god, we try to keep the bunker alive, and we will. Yeah, and we've done it. We've broken the natural. The Queens have fallen. The Spine Crawlers, the Lings, the bunker survive. GG gets called. And we're going to the ace match. We're going all the way to Game 3. Let's go. GG, well played. Proxy 3-rax. Again, there's a lot that came into this. It was a late scout from Fjant, as he was a little bit cavalier with his overlords. We had a brutal commitment there as we tried to focus on those bunkers. Unfortunately, we just barely weren't able to get the bunkers. We lost all the Queens. I'm pretty sure BabyMarine intentionally hid his 3rd SCV to make it look like a 2-rax instead of a 3-rax. I'm pretty sure that did occur. So again, Fjant just fed a bit of false information as well. And with that, BabyMarine does snowball out of control. We're going to the ace match. We're going to Game 3. Let's go. Let us go. And how will this story end? We had Fjant winning in the long late game. We had Fjant taking the win in the long macro game that took place in Game 1. Here in Game 2, in the midst of all the chaos, BabyMarine does fight back. Oh boy, what do we have in Game 3? Another cheese, another proxy, or another macro game, or something in between? Game 3 is Side Delta. Let's go. Here we go. I see in the chat. I remember BabyMarine from Home Story Cup. He's Rainer's younger brother. He is. BabyMarine is Rainer's younger brother. And has a lot of potential as a player. Hasn't been too active as of late, but great to see him competing here in the ForJumy events. And here we go, spawning in the top left-hand corner of Site Delta, we have our Swedish Zerg player, the Yellow Zerg, representing Team Brody, getting cheesed out in Game 2, but looking to bounce back in Game 3. It is Fjant. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Italian Terran player, the Red Terran, representing himself, currently teamless, but bouncing back and forth in the ace match. It is BabyMarine. Momentum is on the Red Terran side. He's on BabyMarine's side here, and can he claim the series? I mean, I would favor Fjant in a longer game. I would favor him in a more standard game. But clearly, BabyMarine is not necessarily going for that. It looks like 2-Rax Reaper. Okay. 2-Rax Reaper here, once again, a much more aggressive build. This is not an all-in, but this is a way to gain momentum early on. The first Rax is on the way, and soon to be joined by a second Rax. Now, the way this build works is we get 2 Raxes and we produce 3 Reapers. Initially, 3 Reapers here from BabyMarine. We're going to be rallying across the map, and the goal is to deny the third. Deny the third base and contain the Zerg player. If Fjant tries to take the third base regardless, and if he's that greedy, then BabyMarine can produce a 4th and 5th Reaper to get additional Reapers on the map, to get extra DPS, to force a cancel. To force a cancel on the third. And we'll see where things go from there, if that's the case. For now, Reaper production has begun. And Fjant is settling into a standard opener, hatch gas pool. Overlord is on the way, and the Overlord will confirm the initial opener. Now, what is scary about this build is that this could be a 3-Rax Reaper in disguise. We could throw down a 3rd Rax in the main, and go 3-Rax Reaper and just commit and double down. This could lead into an expansion into a 3rd and 4th Rax for a 2-base all-in, or it can lead into a 3cc 2-on-1, or even just a 2cc 2-on-1, which is a regular 2-on-1. So there's a lot of variations with this. There's a lot of different follow-ups that you can go into. We'll see how BabyMarine does pieces together, or how Fjant pieces this together, and what BabyMarine has in store for us. First Reaper moves out. 2 Raxes are confirmed. And Fjant does skirt around the edge of the map. My apologies, it was a pull first. Okay, my apologies here. Queen is already out. Ling's moving out across the map as well, going for some harass. But again, the goal was to deny the third, and so far we are doing so. The Overlord does confirm the Reaper's moving out, which means these 2 Lings can slip in. Uh-oh. Cheeky move here. Cheeky move by Fjant, but we wall up. We do fully wall up. And now we're transitioning. Again, 3 Reapers is all we need. BabyMarine is making a 4th Reaper, so is a little bit less efficient, but he needs that Reaper to clean up these Lings. So it does make a 4th Reaper in the end. Oh, sorry, my mistake. That was the 3rd Reaper. Wait, what? Oh, 1 Reaper went down. Ooh, bit of an overextension. Okay. So we did invest into that 4th Reaper. We lost 1. Now we have 2 left in the main. Rotating around. Looks like we barely will escape. And again, the goal here is to deny that expansion, and the drone is being forced back. Ling speed still halfway done. Without Ling speed, we can't really collapse on these Reapers, but the Queens are waddling forward, and now we can expand. But this is a late expansion for Fjant. Meanwhile, BabyMarine, he's working on that stim timing. We mentioned before, this should be hitting a bit of a 2-on-1. It is going to be 3cc 2-on-1, as the 3rd base is already in the main, and the Overlord will confirm the 3rd base. So now Fjant knows he can drone. Now he knows that he can drone a little bit more heavily. Ooh, as the Reapers, they dive into the main base, they get 2 more drone kills. This is becoming a bit much. 2 more drones go down. Now, BabyMarine, he should be working towards a stim double medevac timing, with a factory into a starport, into a reactor, into medevacs. Again, until all that gets up and running, Fjant is free to drone. He's free to drone up, saturate his bases, and try to catch up economically. A lot of Zerg players from this position would double expand. Because this 3rd is so late, they would just take the 3rd and take the 4th at the same time. We can see that Fjant isn't being that greedy. He's just trying to play catch up and trying to establish his 3rd. Investing into further Queens. And Fjant does have eyes on at least the entrance to the natural. Trying to get a read on any kind of move out. Still just droning up as much as possible. And I'm curious whether we go for an Evo Chamber. As a response to a 2-1-1, you can respond with an Evo Chamber for fast plus one Carapace. We could go for a safety Bailey Nest and into a lair first. So we'll see if we focus and prioritize upgrades or lair and bailing speed. I'm curious how safe or how greedy we want to be. We're going for the lair. Okay. We're going for the lair, which means we should soon be seeing a Bailey Nest out of Fjant. Ooh, as the Marines do move out and we're bleeding out a lot of Lings. Medevacs are still on the way, but they're halfway done. Once they pop out, then we can push. There's that Bailey Nest, so ideally the Bailey Nest is lined up with the lair so you can start up bailing speed as quickly as possible. It's a very safe response here out of Fjant to prioritize bailing speed. Ling counterattack gets an SCV, not bad. But here comes a push. And what do we have to defend? We need as many Lings as possible. There we go, 24 Lings in production. The Queens are brought forward as well. Fjant, he has the tools to defend. He should be okay. We'll see what BabyMarine can catch. He's going to catch an Overlord. Not bad. Overlord goes down. Getting a tumor. Bolts around by Fjant. He will shut down most of the Marines. Not bad. Takes down around half of them. 8 Marines go down. And now we're getting into double Evo Chamber for double upgrades. Is going to be slightly behind the upgrades of BabyMarine, but on the way nonetheless. We should also be starting up bailing speed as well. We do deny the drops. Fjant able to stabilize here on 3 bases, and now he's got his 4th on the way. The creep is looking solid. I'm very impressed here by the creep of Fjant. Able to spread quite freely here. Double expanding to getting a 4th and a 5th base. Very nicely done. And we'll see if he can get away with it. Can Fjant get away with it? As BabyMarine, he's building up. What are we working on? Additional racks. It's going to be a 5 rack setup. 4th CC on the way. This tells us it is not going to be a 3 base all in. It's not going to be an 8 racks. Interesting. So BabyMarine, he's going for a longer game. Is moving out. That's true. Is going to be a little bit committed with these tanks. But I believe his goal should just be to clear up creep. Clear up creep and to gain a foothold here. To try to force a cancel. Try to shut down the 4th. Creep is respreading. Tanks are sieging up. They're spotted. Yeah, not in position. Yeah, we catch 1 queen. Almost a 2nd. Bailing speed is not done. We get a 2nd queen as well. Yeah, bailing speed was delayed by a couple of seconds, and every second counts. Without it, we can't defend. Instead, we attack. We go for a big Ling counterattack. There are tanks in position. We go for the mineral line. Even forcing some friendly fire. 3 SCV kills. These workers are so low. At the same time, BabyMarine pushing on forward, laying siege upon the 4th. Queen survives. The Lings, they bust in. Oof. And that's going to be 12 SCV kills, 14 SCVs. Another tank shot. 14 SCVs go down again. That tank hurting a little bit more than helping. Hive is on the way. Remember, Fjant double expanded, so he can afford to lose the base. As long as he saves the workers. As long as he preserves those drones. As Fjant's bailing speed is finally done, we collapse on the main army. Yeah, the tanks fall. The Marines forced to pick up. And Fjant has to respread creep as quickly as possible. As we get 2 more tanks. Ooh. And BabyMarine overextends, bleeds out another 2 tanks. And now we can keep pushing. Oh. But now we're keeping up with the drops. Creep is respreading. Keeping up with the drop play. BabyMarine now expanding, taking a 4th base. But BabyMarine, he's lost a little momentum. He lost 4 tanks. His tank count was reset. Now getting into Widowmine production. And while Fjant defends, we attack. We counterattack. We hit the would-be planetary. Mules are going down. SCVs as well. At the same time, we do keep up with the drops. And we force the lift. Not a bad catch out of BabyMarine. He does pick up some Bailings. Nicely done. Catch some Bailings. Getting his 4th base. Does survive. Still active with the drops. Across the map, though, we have the Hive. We have Adrenal. Ultra Cavern. Soon to be 3-3. Again, the upgrades are still on par with that of the Terran. Oh, the Mind Shot though. Oh! Oh my god. Whew. No big connections yet, but there is a second and a third Widow Mine as well to fall back to. Fjant taking another base. Again, attempting to respread all that creep. BabyMarine keeping the pressure up. Fjant isn't out of the woods yet. Going for a split push. Oh. We're gonna drop towards the left. Triple drop even. Main army on the right. Fjant has to pull back. And drones are going down. Late reaction. Yeah, late reaction out of Fjant. 9 drones go down. At the same time, ooh, Fjant does force the pickup. Saving the center base. Drop into the natural. Fjant, he does keep up with the drop play though. He does keep up with the movements. The initial drop did do a lot of damage with 9 drone kills. We're hoping for more. We're going for the hatchery. We're going for the base. Overseer goes down. Very nice target firing. Oh my god. Only 1 Baneling connects. 1 Baneling is not enough. And you can see how well BabyMarine can just harass and deal damage without any anti-air. Right? No Hydras, no Spire. What is our anti-air? The Queens and the Vipers. We need Power Bombs. Parasitic Bombs are the go-to anti-air right now for Fjant. But we need time. We need more time, but jump into the northern base. Drones are going down. Ooh, once again, late reaction at the Fjant. 6 drones go down. Not just 6. Yeah, we catch 12 workers. Ay, ay, ay. Parasitic Bombs will connect. At the same time, BabyMarine pushing forward. Okay, pulls back. Respects the army. Does pull back for a moment. He does respect the Vipers now coming into play. Yeah, these medevacs, they're going to be cleaned up. They're going to be shut down. The power of the Parabomb. We can shoot up, Papi. We can shoot up. At the same time, BabyMarine taking a 5th. These CCs are late, is what I will say. These command centers, it looks like BabyMarine, he was hyper-fixated on the drop play. And to be fair, he was getting damage done. Like, BabyMarine, he was able to get a lot of damage done. But it does mean that some of his macro back at home did slip. And just now he's throwing down those command centers. 3-3 is on the horizon. Fjant is stabilizing with Lingbane, Viper, Ultra. Still waiting for those upgrades. The Mind Shots! Oh my god. The mines go down. Likewise, Mind Shots connecting. Oh, big mine connections here on the Lings. No detection. Overseer is not yet coming in. There we go, 2 Overseers on the way. Fjant still being active, trying to pull a BabyMarine apart. And we need ghosts. More than anything against the Hive Tech, against the Ultras, against the Vipers, ghosts are required, and we still don't have them. There we go. We have 2 ghosts here with the main army, making 4 ghosts at a time. But we do need a little bit of time here to actually get into a solid ghost count. Until then, Fjant has map control. Oh, I say that, but oh my god, these Mind Shots, they're pretty good. Oh, they're retargeting as well. Mind Shot on the Banelings. So many Banelings go down, but can we still break the planetary? As Banelings, they crash into the ghost. Planetary falls, but we can replace it. We have another base. We have a backup CC. Ooh, and we bleed out so many Ultras. Looking at the trades here. That was 6 Ultra kills for a base, and now it triggers a counterattack. We catch a Viper. Viper goes down. Base is exposed. Oh, the hatchery is so close to falling. Banelings, we don't want to waste them on the Marauders. And we don't. We don't waste them, we go for the Marines instead. Powerbomb on the Medevacs. Medevacs are falling, the base survived. We save it. The base survives, but not the drones. 14 worker kills, snipe goes off. A brutal trade here for the Zerg. BabyMarine, he has a bank. He can rebuild, he can remax with Marines, with a mineral-based army, he's taking another base. Fjant, his drone count is struggling. He lost so many workers, he has to rebuild his worker count, he has to get back into gas mining. It does feel like BabyMarine should be the first to expand, but this Link counterattack though. Planetary's not ready. Not bad. We get some SCV kills, forcing at the mines. Nukes are on the way, let's go. Getting to our nuke production. And we're calming things down at least a little bit here. Fjant able to reestablish his economy, getting back up to 86 workers. Some of these mine connections have been brutal. That's 11 kills on the mine on the left-hand side, not on the right. Mine shots going up. Oof. Trying to bait out Widow mines as well. As Ultras, they break through. They're getting on top of the planetary. There's no lifting, not anymore. And the planetary, it's gonna go down. A couple more swipes. The Ultras, they hug it to death, Bappy. And at the same time, Fjant pushing in towards the right-hand side. But the snipes are too good. We shut down the Ultras. BabyMarine does hold. Still 4 bases, has the more efficient army. But Fjant doesn't have, like, he needs a bank right now. He needs to build up his economy. He doesn't have it. And I would say the BabyMarine, he's in control. Right now, he is in control. That's a lot of ghosts. How many? 15? Oh my god. 15 ghosts against 3 Ultras. We can snipe for days. But yeah, these have just been some really rough trades for Fjant. Gonna be denying the main. As the main base did lift, did float over. As the would-be 5th. Fjant does confirm. Even burrowing the Ling. Let's go. Forcing out a scan. Scan is forced out. Fjant's rotating around. Again, this position is so brutal though. The choke point has been so difficult to push into, and Fjant has been hurting so much doing so. I don't think it's worth it. I feel like we'd have more success breaking the third. Breaking the third and breaking these southern bases in general. Oh my god, massive mine shot. 21 kills, 21 Lings with 1 mine shot. Ay, ay, ay. Brutal. Both layers are maxed. Okay, here we go. Fjant is rotating over again. I do like this. I do think that these southern bases, the 3rd and the 5th, are a lot more vulnerable compared to this. But we'll see. We'll see what we can accomplish. The mine shots once again. Oh, they do connect. Yeah, massive mine connections on the Lings. We do get some power bombs. Bailings are rolling into the base. CC does lift in time. We deny the expansion. We take control of the 5th base, but the base survives, and here come the ghosts. The ghosts rotate over. We're otherwise busy. They have arrived. We can reestablish the base. Fjant is remaxing, rebuilding. And again, like, this base is just so much more exposed, so much more wide open, and vulnerable to attacks. Likewise, so is this 3rd. Fjant is rotating over, but we did leave the Widow mines. No ghost though, not this time. The mines! Oof. Big mine shots that will connect. We break on through nonetheless. And we're going for the planetary. The ghosts are not here. The planetary will fall. Can we get the sensor tower? Not quite. At the same time, Ling being counterattack here towards the south. BabyMarine double expanding. Getting his 5th and his 6th. Reestablishing the 4th as well, as the orbital does land. And now we see Fjant rotating over towards the left-hand side. Where is the ghost going to be? Okay, we're rotating over. We're keeping up with the movement here of Fjant. As BabyMarine does rotate over towards the south. This northern base exposed once again, but there's no mining. Fjant splitting up his forces. And we could try to collapse on this, but yeah, if the army's in position, Fjant has to back up. Nine shots once again. Oof, big connections on the Lings. But we do clean up most of these Widow mines. Not bad. Oh, not that it's trades with the Bailings, but we do catch reinforcements. Their orders are falling. Planetary's on the way. The base will survive. Fjant's looking to knock down that planetary SCVs. They make it just in time to get knocked down by the Bailings. We get in. The Bailings. Oh my god. They don't quite connect to the mineral line, but they break down the base. Planetary falls. So does the orbital. Late to lift. but the workers survived. That's the important part here for BabyMarine, is he has bases to spare. So he's going to be able to replace that planetary with another CC. Still has SCV's mining. Fjant is remaxing. I do worry though, because he spent a lot of supply killing bases. He didn't spend a lot of supply trading with the army of BabyMarine. And BabyMarine is getting in position. In a head-on fight, I do favor the Terran here. But we'll see. Fjant, he's going to threaten to die, but oh, it's not going to work out well. The Lings, they melt. He has to back off. And this is dangerous. Like now, BabyMarine, he's getting a fresh mining base. He's getting a fully fresh mining base here. He can't sustain himself. Fjant has to rotate around, has to hit elsewhere. Reality is that this northern base doesn't matter too much anymore. It's mainly mined out. Ooh, massive mine shot here. On the Overseers, the Bailings and Ultras have to retreat. Oof, and we're gonna bleed out 2 more Ultras. We're fighting Mass Marauder. Yeah, the Marauders, they just started to step forward. They focused on another Ultra. At this point, I would love to see a transition, and now we have the Greater Spire, but this feels late. What I'm most concerned by is that not just the fact that just now the Greater Spire is on the way, but we have no upgrades. 0-0 here for the Air Army. We're not ready for Broodlords. Like, we forced out, like, mass Ghost Marauder tanks, so very limited anti-air for the Terran. True, but, like, the tech switch isn't quite ready yet for Fjant. So he's still stuck with this army. Can we surround the Marauders? Oh, it's gonna be close. We can. Now we can lock the Marauders down. Do we have power bombs? We do. Power bombs on the Metamax. Getting a lot of damage dealt. We deny the base. 12 SCV kills. Do we catch a ghost? Not bad. Again, second Spire for those upgrades as well. Fjant still being active. It's BabyMarine. Now he's accumulating a tank himself. And Fjant, he wasn't quite on point when it comes to saturating the space. Ghosts have arrived. They shut down the Lings. Nuke is spotted. Oh, can we find the ghost? Not quite. Yeah, the Overseer gets sniped. It looks like you might be able to catch the ghost. The Overseers come in. Ghost goes down. These are still brutal trades. Pushing into this position is going to be difficult. We have a 4-tank setup here. We have 4 tanks. We have the planetary. It's not going to be easy. Rash gets in. Another base goes down. We do try to collapse on this. Viper is a little bit too late to the party. Do you yoink a tank? Not bad. Ooh. Nice EMPs though. Oh my god, and we do snipe an Ultra. Ultra's getting very low. And here comes that transition. So we have a +1 air attack on the way. Unfortunately, no +1 air carapace. No flyer carapace yet. Getting into Corruptors, into Infestors, ready for Broodlords. But we need to get on top of these upgrades as soon as possible. Again, the snipes are brutal. BabyMarine taking another base. Like, again, once we establish this center command center, suddenly we can gain access to bottom left and center left. Like 2, not fresh bases, but bottom left is fresh, and a half base as well. Snipes going off. We shut down the Ultras. Ultras are going down. Infestors as well. Fjant is bleeding out too much. And these Broodlords, they need support. Not a bad fungal. Broodlords have arrived. How many Broodlords do we have? 12 Broodlords. They force back the army for now. But we need to keep pushing. Like, surviving here is not good enough. Snipes, they take down 2 more Broods. We have to keep pushing. We have to deny the base. We keep pushing in. Can we catch the ghost? That would be the ideal. Mine shot goes off. Broodlords pushing forward. Lings, they come in to reinforce. They hit the ghost. They force the big up. And we do not have a parasitic bomb. No power bombs. The Ghost, they do get out of there. Do we have any Vipers left? We have one. One Viper remaining. They're not with the main army. Oof. Yeah, brutal snipes. The Broodlords do overextend. The Vikings have arrived. No anti-air. We need the Queens. Can we save the Broodlords? One Broodlord goes down. The Fungal doesn't quite connect. We do get 18 SCVs. Big Link counterattack. A base goes down. And an entire mineral line. Oh my god. Fjant taking the base so aggressively as soon as it went down. Is expanding, double expanding even. And Fjant has remaxed. Now, Fjant, bearing in mind he has mainly maxed out on Lings. He has only 6 Broodlords, he has 1 Ultra, and he has over 100 Lings. It's mainly Ling Bane now for Fjant. But the Widowmine count is not as high as it once was. Not that many Widowmines. We're getting into Thors instead. Thor Ghost. Broodlords, 1, 2 of them get sniped already. 3 of them get sniped. Big mine shots. But the Ling Bane, we're going for the base. We're going for the planetary. Trying to connect with the Ghost. Nice move with the Ghost. The Ghost survive and the army gets forced back. The Fungal a little bit too late. And Fjant bleeds out a lot of supply. And Fjant is remaxing with Lings. We're remaxing with Lings, with Ultras. Again, Fjant does not have a gas bank. So he has to rely on minerals instead. Planetary does get up and running, but here come the Banelings. Up! They smash on in. Looks like the repairs are gonna be good enough. Planetary does make it. Very scrappy game state here. Looking at the armies, I do in a head-to-head fight, I do favor BabyMarine, but Fjant can try to outposition him. He can try to harass and catch reinforcements. Speaking of, Broodlords, where are we at? What's going on here? Broodlord's going for a bit of a drive-by. Very risky. We're trying to get behind the mineral line. Bold move. At the same time, we have Corruptors. We have anti-air. Finally. We get a medevac. We get 2. Broodlords, they do wedge themselves in between the bases. Very nice position. At the same time, Ling Bane hits the planetary. Planetary will fall. The Ghost not quite where they needed to be. And finally, this center base goes down. We have Broodlords harassing from behind. Fjant taking BabyMarine's bases. Getting 12 SCVs. And Fjant is remaxed. Again, still heavily reliant on Ling Bane, but at this point, we can make this work. As long as we can deny these bases. Good. Fjant rolling on forward. No Widowmines. There's 1 tank. Bailings, they roll on in. They try to roll past the tanks. They're going for the Ghost. They zone back the army. The base is denied. We get 17 SCV kills. We take down the tanks and the Thors. No detection. Uh-oh. Okay, detection now coming in. Can we clean up the Ghosts? Oh my god. It looks like we barely can. The Ghosts are picked up. Only 2 of them survive. And Fjant, he has done it. He's finally broken the back of BabyMarine. He has broken the economy. The main bases. Sure, we have 1 base mining towards the bottom left, but barely any saturation, and we've reinforced with mass Ling. Oh my god. It was a wild game. It was a wild game, but Fjant, he has done it. Very back and forth. And Fjant was in trouble for a while there, but GG gets called, and Fjant will advance on to the decider match, and BabyMarine is eliminated from the tournament. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Congratulations, Fjant does make it through to his next series. My condolences to BabyMarine. I'll be honest, when BabyMarine, when he had that southern base, when he had the planetary, and when he was double expanding, I thought that was it. I thought it was over then and there. But he actually never got those bases up and running. He was double expanding, but it was in that moment where the Broodlords came in, and there was so much pressure on Fjant to deny those bases with the Broodlords. If you remember, the Broodlords, they were able to deny the center left and then the bottom left-hand base. They pushed forward, they forced back the army. The Broodlords didn't win the game necessarily, but the Broodlords, they did deny the economy. They denied these would have been fresh mining bases, and they made sure that BabyMarine didn't get ahead or didn't overwhelm Fjant economically. And with that, we were able to fall back on Ling Bane. Fjant, he stopped Widowmine production. He was getting into tanks instead to help deal with the Ultras, working towards Thors as well. Thors towards Broodlords that we had already given up on, and very tense end of the game there for both players, and Fjant did take it in the end. GG, well played. Oh my god. With that, we have our final series of Group A. There's been a player patiently waiting for the win of the series. That is, of course, Uwu Thermal. Let's go, Poppy, let's go.